Hey, it's Tony again, and it's time for another travellogue that we did of the beautiful city of Salisbury. And here we are at Novichok Central. I'm in Salisbury. And this is where the bench was, right here, where they found the two people who had been Novichoked, to use a better phrase. So we thought we'd start off by bringing you here. We'll show you a couple of other places as well as we go along. But welcome to Salisbury. And this is one of the first places that was hit by the Novichok. But it's since reopened, it's ready for business. I think it's called Zizi, but I could be wrong. Another place is Bishop's Mill, which was a bar on the riverside, which was always nice, but they've renovated it. And as you can clearly tell, there's lots of people here. And there's lots of people here because there's coachloads of people arrive, because tourism is now the main industry here in Salisbury. Now, of course, you can spend your time doing all the touristy things in the city, but Salisbury is blessed with the rivers and surroundings and the meadows. And if you get the chance, it is well worth just following the river out of town, and you will soon come to these beautiful scenes on the end of the meadows. And on a summer's day like today, it doesn't get any better than this. The reason we brought you here is to see Heath Garden, which is actually just there where those people are. And the reason we come down to Heath Garden is because he's the gentleman who took us into Europe way back in the 70s. And right now, as we speak, Brexit's a big issue, so we thought it'd be relevant. Of course, when you see this, they could have all forgotten about Brexit and it won't be worth the time of day. But until then, Brexit. Now, because Salisbury's so old, there are many, many different types of buildings here. Sort of some very early medieval stuff, right through 12th, 13th century, right through to Georgian and Victorian. And of course, you've got these stunning rivers that it's all based around. And even on this sort of river, you get things like the swans eating the weeds because it's so fresh. In fact, it couldn't be any better than this, could it? Here we are on a bridge in Salisbury, in a park. The reason we're doing this is because down here you get lovely views of the trout that swim down the river here. And this river is quite well known because further down we'll be seeing where John Constable painted Salisbury Cathedral, which is actually behind you over there. But you should be able to see that. We should take some pictures later on. And I'm on the way down to the gardens down there, and all down there are the old meadows. And the idea was that they flooded them during the winter so they didn't freeze, and then they would take in fact, there's a trout just took a fly down there. They would drain the water off, and then the sheep could graze there earlier than anywhere else, so it gave them a bit of a head start. And I guess these sheep are the most laid-back sheep in England because they get on this pasture very early. And of course, you can see it's very green, very lush for them. And I'm refusing to say mint sauce to them. Well, here we are in the meadows, and it is beautiful to see. The sheep are happy. There's lots of grass around at the moment. The one thing you can't do is walk into the meadows because it's private property. Therefore, if you walk in the meadows, you're probably going to get arrested. And you can also see behind me here the tower. And this was a tower that was painted by John Constable. And he might have painted from this very area, we're not sure. And if we find a link to John Constable's picture, we'll probably put a link down below so you can go and have a look at it. As for me, I've enjoyed the walk down the meadows, but I'm now going to go off to the pub. Now, the pub I'm going to go to is called the Old Mill, and it's a hotel set in Harnham. And you can actually drive into Harnham and just park literally at the side of the Old Mill, and it saves you walking from Salisbury. So if you are slightly disabled or have any problems that way, then I would suggest you do that. Though it's a pub now, was an old paper mill. And in fact, it was the first paper mill in the whole of Wiltshire. And nowadays, as you can see from outside, the kids come here to jump in the river and swim. And on a good day, on a quieter day, you might see a fisherman fishing for trout. And if you think it's snowing, it's not. There is a apple tree in blossom just above us, so it's not snow, it's an apple tree. I have to say, it is a wonderful view from the hotel, but that roof definitely needs redoing. Well, here you are at the Abbey at Salisbury in the cloisters. Now, the cloisters is free to come in any time, but if you want to go in the Abbey, you clearly have to pay or make a donation as you go in. And these Abbey cloisters here, the garden here itself, is the largest in England that you'll find. Now, the Abbey was built in the 12th century, but the big spire that everybody sees when you're coming into Salisbury is actually built in the 13th century. And of course, if you like ghost stories, which is sort of resembles what's going on here, then in the main town of Salisbury, you can go on a ghost walk on a Friday evening at 8 o'clock. If you want tickets for that, you go to the Tourist Information Centre and you can buy them there. Watch the sea breeze brush through the cold. I'm just dreaming of lazy days. We're here at the Magna Carta, and this is only one of 4 versions left in the UK. And I guess if you're historically minded, it is a sort of thing you want to do. I've been in myself. The cloister is beautiful. They've got it all sectioned off in a little area, so you can go and have a look at it. But it's gobbledygook to me, so I'm going to go for a cup of coffee. Oh, and by the way, we mentioned before that Edward Heath lived here. We saw the back of his house, and this is the front of his house. There are plenty of nooks and crannies to find, as well as things that are slightly different. And by the way, if you love churches, Salisbury is the place for you. Who is that idiot? And the final place I want to show you is here. And this is where they hold a market every Tuesday. And you can't move for the amount of stalls that are crammed into this marketplace here. So it's a rather nice day to come down on a Tuesday because you do get to see the market. And of course, Salisbury has a lot of other things going for it as well. So I know it's had a bit of bad press in the news, but it's well worth a day out. And the main industry in Salisbury is tourism. So you won't be alone when you come down here. So come and pay it a visit sometime. Now, finally, I must make a couple of apologies. Firstly, I should have warned you I was wearing shorts and the knees were going to be coming into play. Second thing is, I keep calling Salisbury a town, when in actual fact it's a city. So I do apologise to Salisbury, the city. So there you have it. Salisbury in all its finest glory. If you're heading down this way, put it in your sat-nav to come and have a look here. Well, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more, then please click on the links or subscribe, and we'll see you somewhere down the road.